And
gusto de
now,
darle la
with
palabra a
no
quien
more
impulsa y hace
questions,
posible que
I
todo
will
esto
give the
suceda
floor
el
to the
día de hoy,
person
que es
that
la mujer
impulses,
Conecta
that
América y
empowers everything, the
Lusíanalas Gómez.
leader of
Bienvenida, Julie.
Mujeres
Floor to you,
Connect
la palabra.
Americas, Women Connect
Gracias,
Americas,
gracias
Julie
por favor,
Jiménez
por fin
Orzuela.
sí me están
Thank
escuchando
you so
bien.
much. Thank you. Are you listening correctly to what I'm
Sí,
saying?
perfecto.
Please confirm that you
Listo,
can
súper.
listen.
Bueno, no, en realidad todo
Thank
esto se
you.
hace
Thank you
posible
so much. All of this
con
is
un equipo
possible
muy
because
entusiasmado,
we work
muy
with a very
motivado que está
enthusiastic
atrás
and motivated team that
de
it's
toda
behind
esta
the scenes
programación,
and
de
it's
la estructura
behind
del
all this
challenge.
planning,
Aquí les
all the
quiero
challenge,
presentar
all this
a parte
programming.
de ese
I would
equipo.
like
Somos un
to
equipo un poco
present
más
you
amplio,
the rest of the
pero
team. We
aquí los que
have
estamos conectados
some
hoy
of the
y tenemos la
members that are
felicidad de
connected
poder
now here,
compartir
but
este momento
not
tan
all the members
importante
of the meet. And we
que es
have
la
the chance
apertura
to
de
share
nuestro
this
challenge de
such
acceso a
important
financiamiento, el
challenge,
cual lo
this
hemos venido
opportunity that we have,
estructurando
and this financing
hace
challenge
varios
that we
meses
have
de la
structured to
mano
many
del
months
Invest, de la mano de
in
socios
hand with
estratégicos como
IDB,
Visa y
with
otros
other
que se irán
strategic
sumando a lo
partners like
largo de la
Visa
ejecución de
and
este
others
challenge.
that have been
Rocío es
um,
nuestra consultora
helping
estrella que está
and
coordinando todo el
summing up
programa de
with
Mujeres
us. And we
Conecta
have
Américas.
Rocio, that she's
Ivana
our
nos está
star. She's
apoyando en toda la
coordinating all
asistencia y
the
estará
women's program.
seguramente
And we
en
also
un
have
contacto
Silvana that
directo
is
con todas
supporting
ustedes para
us
responder
with assistance.
preguntas,
And
para
of course, she
levantar
will be
cualquier
a direct
novedad y
contact with
estará
every one of you
comunicándose
to
con
answer
ustedes a
any
través
questions that
del
you may
correo
have and
electrónico.
sending
Y
all
también
the
Julia, que es
updates
nuestra
regarding the
coordinadora de
programs.
marketing,
And
contenidos
also we
en
have
Conecta Américas, y Luciano Rosconi, que también
Isabella Luciano
gestiona toda la parte
Rosconi,
de
that he's
contenidos y las
managing
tecnologías que
everything that has
hacemos
to do with
disponibles y que hemos puesto
technology
disponibles
and with the
a
content
través
and all the
de
technologies and
Conecta
content that
Américas.
is available for
Pasemos si
you through
quieres,
Connect
Rosa, a la
Americas.
siguiente.
We will
Entonces, un
take
poco
place now to
cómo
the
nos
next
vamos
slide. We
cómo
will
vamos a
see
encarar
how we
este
will
nuevo desafío y
um,
este nuevo reto
face this
que vamos a
new
hacer juntas. Y
challenge,
digo
this
vamos porque
new
yo también voy a estar participando
opportunity. I
activamente en
will
todas y
also be
cada una de estas
participating
etapas,
actively
no
in an
solo
active
desde la
way in every
coordinación
one of the
y
steps,
la
not only from the
implementación, sino también
coordination and in the
tomando estos
implementation,
planes, porque la
but
agenda de
also
contenidos y
taking
asistencia técnica
trainings
que
and
hemos
classes
creado
like the ones
es
that you
de
will
una
see here. We
riqueza
have
muy
created
profunda.
a
Así
very
que me
rich
entusiasma muchísimo
opportunity to
poder
train yourself,
estar
and it's very
llegando a este
thorough and
hito.
strong. So, and
Entonces,
we are really
vamos a
happy
hacer una
to be able to
presentación
get
primero
to this point right
del
now.
MOOC que hemos
First,
creado
I
de
will
la
make
mano
a
del sector
presentation of
privado
MOOC
y que
that we have
también
created that
apoyados
hand in
con
hand with the private sector
facilitadores y
and also
consultores
supported
internacionales
by
en temas de acceso a
facilitators and
financiamiento.
international
Lo hemos puesto
consultants
disponible
in
a través de nuestra academia
accessibility
Conecta
to
Américas.
financing
Y el
and
curso se
to
llama
where you
Finanzas
can find
Inclusivas para
finance
MIPYMES y tiene un
available.
enfoque
And this
especial de
course is
género
called
para mujeres
Inclusive
empresarias
Finance. It
y líderes
has
de
a
negocio
very
como todas
special part
ustedes.
for
Este MOOC queremos
gender-related
presentar también todos
financing
los
that has to do
componentes
with women.
relacionados con la
And all the
asistencia técnica.
components are
Entonces,
related
vamos a
with the
tener
technical
una
assistance.
capacitación en
And so
línea
we will have a
y
training, an online
complementariamente,
training,
es aquí
and
donde va a estar la
also,
riqueza
and
del
this is where
challenge, es
the
justamente en
richness
este
of the
proceso donde
challenge
estaremos
is going to be
acompañándolas
placed,
y ya les
because we
contaremos
will be
exactamente cómo
supporting
estará
you
compuesta la
and we
asistencia
will
técnica y qué
work
implica.
together with you. And
Finalmente
what
tenemos a
we talk
una
about when we say
campeona de
technical
Mujeres Conecta
assistance.
Américas,
And
una empresaria que nos
finally, we will
contará
have a
su testimonio
champion
de haber
of
participado en estos
Women
procesos
Connect
anteriormente con
America.
nosotros
She's an
y aquellos
entrepreneur.
aprendizajes y
She will
lecciones
tell us
aprendidas
her
que
testimony,
va a
what
compartir
she
con
has
todas
learned,
nosotras.
what
Y
has she
finalmente tendremos una sesión de preguntas
obtained
y
from this
respuestas.
program, and
Dale,
she will
Ro.
share everything with all of us.
Bien.
And
Entonces,
afterwards, we
para que
will have
tengan
a
una
session
idea
of question and
de
answer
cómo está
so
estructurado y
that
de los
you can
tiempos.
have an idea
Hoy
how
arrancamos con
this is
este
structured. Now
lanzamiento,
we
hoy
will start
22 de
with this
julio.
launching
Durante julio y
on
agosto, la
July
invitación es a que
22,
ustedes
and
tomen el
during
curso
July and August, you
asincrónico que
can take
establece la
this
plataforma de
asynchronic
e-learning.
um,
Y este es como el primer
training,
paso
this course. You
obligatorio.
can
Con
do it
este
during
curso vamos a tener
July
todas las bases
and August.
fundamentales y la
That
estructura
will give you
para
the
poder
base,
encarar
the
la
structure
fase de
to
asistencia
face
técnica.
the
Entonces,
part of
para
technical
aquellas que realmente
assistance.
quieran
So for
pasar
that
a la fase de
people that
asistencia
want to
técnica,
go
donde vamos
or
a
want
tener
to
una serie de
address
expertas
the technical assistance,
acompañándonos a generar
the
diferentes
for us
artefactos que
to
nos
be able to
permitan
support you
fortalecer
and
nuestra
work together
estructura
with you
financiera es
to
indispensable
strengthen the
haber tomado
financing
esta
structure,
capacitación.
first you have to take
El
this
21 de
training, this course
agosto
that I mentioned
estaremos
before.
abriendo la convocatoria
On
para aquellas
August
empresarias que
21st,
quieran
we will
recibir la
open
asistencia técnica
the
y para eso un
opportunities for
prerequisito
all those entrepreneurs
dentro
that
de
want
algunos
to receive
nosotros
the technical
es
assistance.
justamente que hayan
A
hecho la etapa de
prerequisite,
capacitación
a
asíncrona.
previous
Esta
need
asistencia
is that
técnica se va
you
a realizar durante
complete
septiembre y
this
octubre
training that we have
y la
mentioned, that is
intención es que en
asynchronic.
noviembre
The intention is
arranquemos
that in
una etapa
November,
de
we can
matchmaking. La
start with a
intención es que podamos
matchmaking
conectar a aquellas
event, with
empresarias
a
que pasaron por
matchmaking
estas dos fases de capacitación y
step.
asistencia
And
técnica
all
con
those people that
oportunidades
already
con
have done the
entidades
first two
financieras
trainings can
y que
get
de alguna manera
connected with
ustedes puedan tener ese
financing
espacio de
institutions, with
acercamiento y de
financing
pitch de sus negocios
opportunities.
para que
And
puedan
also you can,
acceder a
at
mayores
that time, be able
oportunidades
to
y
have a
servicios
pitch for
financieros
your
para sus
business, for your
negocios.
trade, to be able
Avancemos,
to
por favor.
obtain these
Ro,
financial
eso para darles una
opportunities.
idea, no me voy a extender
So that
mucho
will
porque
be
aquí
for
nos
you
están
to have any
acompañando
idea of
nuestros
what we're going to do
facilitadores
today and which are
expertos.
the different steps.
Tenemos
But
dos
I don't
grandes
want
equipos que
to
han estado
delay this event because
acompañándonos
we have
y que
the
estarán justamente con ustedes
speakers
a lo
right
largo
now,
de
the
todo este challenge.
facilitators
Por
that
un
will
lado,
be together
desarrollamos
with
este
you
curso,
during
este
all the
MOOC de
challenge.
finanzas
We
inclusivas
have
para
created
pymes
this
con enfoque
MOVE
de género.
course, this
Aquí están
inclusive
Tove, Dana,
finance
Jürgen,
program.
quienes han
Here we
estado
have Tov,
allí
Dana,
variadas
Shurgen. They had been
facilitadores o
allies
multiplicadores,
more
han
than
sido aliados
facilitators, and they
realmente
have
no
developed
solamente desde
this
la
program.
creación del
They have
contenido,
been
sino logrando
allies
que
with
podamos
us,
tener
created the content
estos
and
datos,
making
esta
everything possible that
información
we
de una
can
manera
have this data,
estructurada,
this
visual, con una
information in a
experiencia de
structured
usuario
way,
única.
in a
Así que quiero
visual way,
agradecerles
with a
al
user
equipo de Tove,
experience
Dana y Jürgen
uh,
por todo ese
during
apoyo a lo largo
because of their
del
experience. So
desarrollo de este
they will
curso.
be with
Y
us all
complementariamente,
along
nuestras
this course.
facilitadoras de la
And also
asistencia
we all
técnica,
have our
Tonia, Mariana
technical
y
assistant
Jimena, que son
facilitators that
nuestras
we can see
expertas
on
en
the
temas de acceso a
right part of the
financiamiento y
screen,
nos
Tonia,
sentimos de verdad
Mariana,
muy
and
honradas
Jimena.
y
And
orgullosas de
we are
contar con su
very not we are
participación
very
en este
happy
challenge. Ellas
and
no solamente nos han
proud that we can have
proporcionado
them because
lecciones
they have
aprendidas,
given
sino que también
their
han traído todo
learned
su bagaje, su
lessons, their
experiencia, su
experiences. They
metodología
also
y
bring
diferentes enfoques
everything
que
that they know,
definitivamente
and they
harán
show
de
different
este challenge una
focuses
oportunidad
in order to
única
help
para
us to
acceder a financiamiento y para
advance and
poder
to
realmente
access
conectar
this
con
different
oportunidades
financing and to
concretas.
connect with
Si quieres,
concrete
entonces,
opportunities. So
pasemos a la siguiente o
we can
yo voy a
see the
compartir aquí.
next slide.
Un segundo, por favor.
1 second.
Entonces,
Yes.
la intención y lo que
The
queremos el día de
intention
hoy es
that we
invitarlas
want
a
to
que
share is to invite
visiten
you,
esta landing page que hoy estamos
that is
lanzando
today,
de
that we are
manera
now
exclusiva
launching in an
para todas
exclusive
ustedes.
way
Por
for
favor,
all
déjenme
of
saber si ven
you.
mi pantalla.
Please let me know if you can see my
Sí,
screen.
perfecto.
Yes,
Entonces,
great.
vamos a estar
So
compartiendo el
we will
QR
be
code y el
sharing
link por el
the
chat
QR
para que
code
todas puedan
afterwards and the
acceder. Allí van
link
a tener
through the
acceso a
chat
todos los
so you can
recursos,
access
el
to
acceso directo
every
al curso, a la academia y a los
resources,
diferentes
to
formularios
every
y
material,
convocatorias que
to
vamos a estar
different
haciendo a lo
forms
largo
that we
de
will
este
be
challenge.
sharing and that we
Entonces,
will be
aquí básicamente
completing during
estamos
this
presentando los
challenge.
diferentes socios.
So now I will show the different
Finalmente,
partners. As you
queremos
can see on the
invitarlas a
screen,
que
finally, we
ustedes
would like
sean
you
parte
to
de este
invite you to
desafío.
be part of this
Realmente
challenge,
no hay,
to really
no hay
be
nada
part.
que
There's
no ofrezcamos en
nothing
este
that we
challenge que
don't
no venga de
offer
la
in this
mano
challenge
de
that
un
doesn't
compromiso,
come
de
from
una
a
dedicación.
strong
Este
commitment
challenge es
and
completamente
a
gratuito. La intención es
participation,
que puedan a través
um,
de esta
the
oportunidad
experience. And it's
fortalecer
really a
sus
great opportunity, a
negocios.
great chance
Estamos
to
invitando a
strengthen your
empresarios de
business.
toda la
So we
región
are
de América
inviting
Latina y el Caribe
entrepreneurs from
y
all the
concretamente lo que
area of
estamos
Latin
trazando tres
America and the
grandes objetivos,
Caribbean.
que a través de
And
este
we are
programa
facing
podamos
and
fortalecer las
tracing
finanzas de sus
three
negocios,
big
que ustedes
objectives,
puedan
goals,
recibir una
that you
asesoría
can
experta y
strengthen your finance
personalizada
of
y que
your
puedan
trade, of your
conectar
business,
con
that you can
oportunidades
receive
concretas
and get
de
an expert
financiamiento.
and personalized
Acá un poco presentamos cuál es el
training
recorrido del
and
challenge, ya
assistance.
con un poco
And
más de
you
detalle,
can
pero
see
es lo que ya
here the
les hemos
challenge
comentado. more
Así que, ¿cuál sería
detail,
ese
but
primer
it has to
paso
do with what we were
al que
talking
las
about
estoy invitando el día
previously.
de hoy? El
So
primer
what
paso
am I
es que
inviting
se
you? The
inscriban
first
a este
step
curso
is
de
that
finanzas
you
inclusivas para pymes.
enroll
Como
to
lo
this
mencioné
course
antes,
of
es el
inclusive
prerequisito
finance.
para poder
This
acceder
is
a la
the
etapa
previous
de
requisite,
asistencia
the
técnica.
previous um,
Y básicamente en este curso
requirement, I'm
ustedes van a
sorry,
adquirir
for
tres
you
grandes
to
habilidades. Por un lado,
access
dominar un
afterwards
poco
the
mejor
technical
o de manera más
assistance.
estratégica las
We
finanzas
have,
de su negocio.
we want you
Van
to
a poder
deal with
explorar cómo
finance in a
financiar el
more
crecimiento de
strategic
sus
manner. You
empresas
can
y
explore
finalmente cómo
how you
tomar
can
decisiones
empower the
estratégicas que
growth
les
of your
permitan
companies,
escalar.
and finally, how to take
La
strategic
asistencia
decisions
técnica en qué
for,
va a
that
consistir,
allow
vamos
you
a
to
tener
grow and to
durante
scale.
7 semanas un
This
workshop
will
semanal.
last
Estos
7 weeks.
workshops semanales
It's
están
one
pensados en
workshop
una
per
duración de
week, and they
aproximadamente de
last
1 hora y media a
approximately
2 horas.
1 hour and a
Quiero
half,
mencionar esto
1 hour and a
porque es muy
half up to
importante. Si
2 years.
bien
I
todos
would
estos
like also
workshops van
to
a
mention
quedar
that it's really
grabados y van a
important
ser luego
to
parte de nuestra
remember.
academia,
Don't worry that
mi
these
invitación es a
workshops
que
will
por
be
favor los
recorded,
tomen de
but
manera
my
sincrónica, es decir, si
invitation is
pueden
that you
conectarse
take them in a
en vivo
synchronic
para que
way,
ustedes
that if
puedan
you
tener
can
esa
take this
oportunidad
course live,
directa de
it
hacer
would be
preguntas,
much
de
better, because there
elevar
you will have
comentarios, de
a direct
compartir sus
chance
propias
to make
experiencias.
questions
Eso es lo que le va a
live and to
enriquecer
share
a
your
toda la
experiences
comunidad de
and the
mujeres
other
especialistas que van a
experiences,
estar
and you will
conectadas.
share the experiences of
Entonces, la invitación es
everyone that
que
is
si bien
attending to
vamos
that
a tener la
course.
oportunidad de
So
tener las
I will recommend
grabaciones,
that,
la
even
riqueza
though
va a
you
estar
can afterwards
justamente
see the
en la
recording,
interacción que
the
tengamos
richness will be placed in
durante las
the
diferentes
interaction that you
sesiones.
will have
Entonces, ¿qué vamos a
among the
trabajar en estos
sessions.
workshops?
So
Por un
what are
lado,
we going
vamos
to
a poder
talk?
tener
What
un
are we going to do
diagnóstico
in these
financiero
workshops?
de nuestra
First, we will
empresa.
have a
Vamos a
financial
poder
diagnosis.
construir un business
Afterwards,
case y
we
un
will
pitch de
scale,
ventas
we
de nuestro
will
negocio,
build
cómo
a
podemos
business
presentar nuestro
case and a
negocio
pitch,
ante
a
bancos,
sales
entidades
pitch, how we can
financieras,
present ourselves
inversionistas de
to
manera
financial
efectiva.
institutions, to
Y
banks, to ask
finalmente,
for
un plan
financing.
de
And
financiamiento
finally, we will
estratégico.
also plan
Entonces,
or think of a
básicamente,
strategic
nuestra invitación es a que
finance
ustedes puedan
plan.
llevarse
So our
instrumentos y
idea
elementos
is for you
concretos
to
que les
live
permitan
with
poder
instruments, with
acercarse a
tools,
esas
strategies
oportunidades de
that allow you
financiamiento con
to
una mayor
access
probabilidad de
finance
éxito.
opportunities
Así que
with a
esta es la invitación que queremos
better
hacerles desde
opportunity of
Mujeres Conecta
success.
América.
So this is
Sabemos
what
que
we
todos
want
sus
to do
negocios
with
son diferentes y cada
Women
una
Connect America.
desde su
We know that in
industria, desde
America
su
that every
país,
industry,
enfrenta
every business
diferentes
is
tipos de
different.
barreras,
And
pero aquí
among
nosotros lo que
every
queremos
country
es
in
ver
Latin
las
America, we face
oportunidades y
different
sabemos que
limitations, different barriers, but we want to
independientemente
try
de
to
esas
address and to
diferencias
embrace
en
these
cuanto a las
opportunities
barreras de acceso al
independently of
financiamiento,
these
vamos a
barriers
tratar de
regarding
tener un
financing.
programa
We
que
will
pueda
try to
estar
make a
orientado a
program
las
that
necesidades
is
concretas
oriented to
de
the
su negocio.
concrete needs
Entonces,
of
vamos a
each
también
business.
invitarlas, por favor,
So
a
I
que se
will
sumen a los
invite you
diferentes
also,
canales
I
de
will invite
comunicación. Tenemos
everyone
un
to
grupo en
sum
WhatsApp que es
themselves
muy
to
activo
add to
y
the
también pues
different
nuestro grupo más
groups. We
profesional
have
en
a WhatsApp
LinkedIn para que
group,
se
and we
conecten a
also
través de
have
estas
in
redes.
social
Y
media,
por
in
supuesto, a lo largo
LinkedIn.
del
You
año van
can
a estar
add, you
recibiendo
can follow us in
toda la
LinkedIn. You
asistencia,
can
las
become a
comunicaciones y las
member there
novedades
with
para
us,
que
and
no se
we
pierdan
will be
ninguna de
sharing
las
every
cosas
opportunity,
maravillosas que
every
vamos a estar
material that we
ofreciendo.
have,
Así que
all that
bueno,
we are
y
offering.
ya
So
con
if
esto
you are
cierro
connected with
y
us
gracias
through
a todas
social
ustedes
media,
por estar hoy acá
you won't
y
lose every one
adelante,
of the
Ruth.
materials and
Bueno,
the
muchas gracias,
opportunities that
Julie,
we
por
have.
tan linda
Thank you very much,
presentación del
Julie, for
challenge.
that great
Ahora, antes de darle la
presentation of the
palabra a los
challenge.
consultores, les quiero
Before
recordar a todos los que
giving the
están
word,
escuchando
giving the
esta
floor to the
presentación y son
consultants,
hispanohablantes,
I
la siguiente
will
presentación va a ser en
remember
inglés, así que les
everyone that's
recuerdo que activen, por favor,
speaking in
la
Spanish to
interpretación en español para
activate the
poder
interpretation that
escuchar
is in the
perfectamente.
lower
Bueno, vamos
part of the
a
screen. You
continuar
have a
con
globe
este evento de
and you can
lanzamiento.
activate
Vamos a
the
presentar
interpretation through there.
a los
We will
consultores que han
continue. I will
desarrollado el
present the
MOOC de finanzas
consultants
inclusivas para
that have
pymes. Nos
developed the
acompañan
mood
Chloe Antonissen, diseñadora de
inclusive
experiencias de
finance
aprendizaje
for
con más de 20 años de
SMEs.
experiencia en el comercio
Tony
sostenible.
Antonisen
Ha trabajado en 4
has a learning
continentes con
experience
organismos
designer with more than
internacionales
20
combinando
years of experience
creatividad
in
y
sustainable
pedagogía
trade.
para
She
facilitar
has
temas
worked on 4
complejos.
continents with
Dana Chahine,
international
consultora
organizations,
internacional con
combining
más de 15
creativity
años
and
de
pedagogy to
experiencia en promoción
facilitate
comercial y desarrollo
complex
económico
uses.
y
Then we
tiene la
have
perspectiva de
Dana
género en sus
Chahin,
programas de comercio
international
y es
consultant
reconocido
with
por el
more than
enfoque
15
inclusivo y
years of
capacidad
experience
para
in trade
generar
promotion and economic
aprendizaje
development.
profesional.
She integrates a
Jürgen
gender
Stolchen,
perspective in trade
especialista en
programs and
diseño de
is
módulos de
recognized for
for her inclusive approach and ability to generate actionable learning. Jürgen Antoniesen, specialist in designing interactive e-learning modules for professionals. He has worked with multilateral organizations, ensuring high quality and engaging learning experiences. He stands out for his attention to detail and technical rigor. Thank you. Welcome here.
In English, because this part of the presentation we did it together with Tove and Jürgen. So I'm going to share my screen, and I hope that you have all activated your translation option so that you can understand this part of the presentation. So, well, first, good morning to everyone. My name is Dana Chain, and maybe some of you remember me or recognize me from previous programs, since I have had really the privilege to coordinate the previous challenge, the Access to Value Chains Challenge in 2023. And last year, the Supplier Development Program, which was a continuation of that successful challenge we had in 2023. Back then, I always remember we were always announcing this expected access to financing challenge, and then it gives me big joy to have been now part of the team that developed this self-paced e-learning course on inclusive financing for SMEs. And as Julie and Rocio mentioned previously, this is the first step of this new and expected challenge. So we will do this very briefly. Let me start then by introducing the team that was behind the development of this course. Basically, I would like to start saying that a large part or a lot of the content of this course was actually already available at the ConnectAmericas Academy. And what the team that you see in the screen did, what we all did, was, of course, to update some of the content, but also to make it accessible for you in different languages. The course is available in Spanish, in Portuguese, and in English, and also to make it fun, to make it interactive, to design a unique learning experience for you. So Jürgen, whom you're seeing on the left side, he was in charge of the overall digital development of the course. I was in charge of the content of a new module that we added, which is focused on access to financing to women entrepreneurs. And Tove, whom you might also recognize from previous challenges, as she has been working also with the ConnectAmericas team as a coach, she was in charge of the instructional design of this e-learning module. So here I want to hand over then to Jürgen so that you can also see his face in real time, hear his voice, and then to Tove, who will give you a glimpse and navigate a little bit through the course.
Thank you, Dana. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Jürgen Antonissen, and like Dana already explained, I was together with her and with Tove responsible for creating this e-learning course and make the content that already was available, transfer it and make it into a attractive, fun experience. And I was, well, mainly technical part, but also in this case, I was also responsible for the content.
Brilliant. Thank you. And also a warm welcome from my side to all of you. It's amazing to see how many people have joined this session, actually. And it's a pleasure also for me to be here together with this incredible team. And we've already heard enough about that. So I'm going to jump right into what Jürgen was saying. We have made our utmost best to turn this course that you see on the screen, Inclusive Financing for SMEs, into something that's engaging, interactive, and can be fun. Because I know many entrepreneurs, and I am afraid to say I'm no exception, finance is at least not the reason why you get into the business you set up, but it's an important part. And let me just talk you through it quickly while Dana is sharing the screen. What you can expect when I hope as many as possible today sign up for this course are 4 modules. In the first one, we really look into, okay, what is finance for businesses? We have finance in all our lives, but business is a different kind of finance, as I'm sure you will recognize. The second module, we look into how to manage your business resources. Whereas in the third module, we look into, okay, so how can you finance your business? And then finally, and this challenge is specifically also for women entrepreneurs, we look to access to finance for you as women-led companies or women entrepreneurs. Okay, so what can you expect? We already touched upon it. It's interactive, it's practical. We work a lot with case studies and templates that you can use. And as Dana already pointed out, and we've heard already, it's available in 3 languages, Spanish, English, and Portuguese. So let's take a look at the different interactivities and engaging elements. We have, of course, videos. Click on them, listen, watch, and learn. We also have parts that we call click to discover, basically meaning you take in chunks and bits of information, but you decide when you're ready to click on to the next one. Then, of course, we have case studies. I already mentioned it. You cannot understand finance or any topic, we believe, unless you apply it to something. And this is where we found and also sometimes made up some examples, but some of them are real examples, how others have done it, that you can learn from. We also work with what we call dialogues. This is where you see this digital tutor or trainer, if you like, explain what's going on. So we have this company, they're dealing with this situation. What do you think? And you can choose option 1 or 2, and this person will react to it. And that's how you have a conversation to discover which different options will work for this company. And then finally, we have drag and drop. Basically, this is one example of how what we call a knowledge check would look like towards the end of a topic that we have introduced. So every time you still get to practice, okay, this is what I just learned, maybe through clicking open different pieces of information, and how, to which extent do I now master this topic and understand what's going on. So these are the different activities, and then in the end, after every module, at the end of it, we have what we call a takeaway. This is presented in PDF that you can just click on it, you can download it, and there will be a summary of all the concepts that we have covered, and also sometimes templates for you to use, just basically what you can literally take away from the course and put into use when you start working on implementing what you have just discovered. And with that, I'll happily hand over to Dana, who will look more into module 4, the specific one with finance for women entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Tove. And of course, we hope you are motivated now to enroll, to have this fun learning experience. But this is actually what this is about. We want to motivate you to take the course. So I won't go into much detail about what module 4 is about, but just to give you an idea of what you can find in this module and what it will be about in general. So as you know, every business needs financing to get started. That we all know it. To grow, needs to invest in order to maintain or to improve quality. But not all entrepreneurs have equal access to finance. And in addition to this, women often face extra challenges in accessing financing. So in this module, we will look into what are these challenges and also which initiatives there are to change this situation. Basically, with these 3 lessons that you are seeing in the screen, we expect that by the end of this module, you first understand why inclusive financing is needed in light of the challenges faced by women entrepreneurs. Second, know how different stakeholders, for example, financial institutions, are reacting to these challenges, which initiatives are in place. And Third, to have a solid understanding of what you need to prepare in order to improve your chances of accessing to finance. So with that, I hope you are very motivated, you have a glimpse, and we just want to wish you a joyful learning experience, to enjoy learning with this course, and to be ready for the second phase of this Access to Financing Challenge, which will be the technical assistance. If you have questions, please write them in the Q&A, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end in the specific space that is designated for that in this event. So thank you. It was a pleasure to present you this course.
Muchas gracias, Dana, Tove, Jürgen. Las invitamos a todas
Thank
las
you, Dana,
participantes.
Tove, Jürgen. We invite all the participants to come into the Connect Americas Academy because this is a very dynamic experience. You're going to learn a lot. This is very, very nice course. It is very attractive and fun, and we invite you to start doing it. We will continue with this presentation, and we will present the consultants in charge of the technical assistant, the heart of this channel. Tonya Davor, founder of SoVenture and Guide My Growth, and supported SMEs to improve their profitability and access to finance. More than 20 years of experience, she advises NGOs, financial institutions, and governments in Africa, Europe, and Latin America. Originally from Liberia, she lives in the Netherlands. She delivers practical, structured workshops that will help participants strengthen their business plan, designing a financing strategy, and prepare to interact with real funders. Then Mariana Jasper, she's a specialist in communication, and Ted Rio de la Plata, speaker coach, co-founder of Al Rural de Jasper. She advises public and private organizations on storytelling, advocacy, and communication strategies with social focus. And also Jimena Jitterman. She is a speaker coach and expert in storytelling. She was executive producer in TED Rio de la Plata, an event production committee. She has extensive experience in designing narrative experiences for event and educational processes. Both will support entrepreneurs to work on their pitch and how to present their company to banks and investors effectively.
Bienvenida, Tonia.
Welcome, Tonia.
Muchas gracias, Rocío. Hola
Thank you very
todas.
much, Rocio. Hi,
Es un
everyone.
gran placer estar
It's
aquí
a
con
great pleasure
ustedes.
to be here
Como
today
Rocío ya
with
ha dicho,
you.
trabajo
As
mucho con
Rocio
las
has
empresas,
mentioned,
con
I
las
worked
pymes sobre todo, y
with a lot
también
of
con las
small
empresas
and
lideradas por mujeres.
medium
Soy
enterprises, and
liberiana, no
especially
holandesa,
with
mi padre es de
companies that are
Liberia en África,
leaded,
mi madre de
that
Holanda,
the leaders
y
are
vivo
the
en
women.
Holanda y trabajo
And
por
I'm
todo en el
from,
mundo.
I'm
El
Lebanese
español no es mi lengua
and
materna, entonces hago errores,
from
pido
Holland, and
disculpas
my father and my mother
por
are from
eso,
different
sí,
countries, but I
sí
live in
pasa.
Holland. My
Bueno,
language,
como
mother
he
language
dicho,
is not
trabajo mucho
Spanish,
con empresas
so you
que
can
buscan
maybe
financiamiento, ¿no?
see
Pueden
it in
ser
my
empresas,
pronunciation. But I
pero
mostly
pueden ser
work
también
with
organizaciones que buscan, por ejemplo,
companies,
fondos de
mainly companies,
subvenciones.
enterprises, but maybe I
Y
can also
lo
work
que
with
veo mucho
organizations that also
en
need to seek
empresas que
for
aún no tienen
funding.
mucha
What I
experiencia
see with
buscando dinero o que
companies that
tienen muy
don't
poca
have
experiencia buscando
a great
financiamiento
experience looking
es
for
que casi siempre
financing or looking for
se ven
money,
las
most of the
mismas
time
preguntas.
we see that
¿Dónde
they have
empezar?
the
¿Por
same
dónde
questions.
empezar?
Where should I
¿Por dónde
start?
empiezo
Where
a
should I
buscar este
start to
dinero?
look for this money,
¿Qué es
for
lo que
this
necesito
finance?
presentar a los
What do I need to
financiadores?
present to the
¿Cómo elijo la
funding
mejor opción para mi
companies?
empresa?
How do
Porque
I choose
existen tantas opciones.
the best election, the
Tenemos
best
bancos,
option for
tenemos
me?
inversores,
We
inversores
have
VC, inversores ángel,
investors, we have banks, we
tenemos
have financing
fintech,
institutions,
tenemos
we have the
crowdfunding.
fintech, we
¿Cómo
have
elegir la
crowdfunding.
mejor opción para tu
How
empresa y
can we
para dónde
choose
te
the
encuentras en
best
este
choice
momento?
for our companies?
Además, suelen decir que es muy
Furthermore, it
difícil
usually is being
obtener
said that it's
financiamiento.
very difficult to
¿Verdad?
obtain
No sé, creo que
financing.
no, pero
It's difficult to
si no
obtain
sabes
funding.
exactamente cómo
Is that
hacerlo y
true?
si no
If
entiendes
you
por
don't
qué te
know
piden
how
alguna
to do it,
información,
then
puede
it
ser
will be
muy
more difficult and
difícil
you won't
lograr
understand
conseguir
why
este
you're being
financiamiento
asked
que necesitas.
certain information. That is why you won't
Otra
receive that
pregunta es cuál es
funding
el
that you
proceso y
need.
cuáles son los
Another
pasos que
question
debo
is,
seguir
which is the
para
process
obtener
that I
este
need to
financiamiento o
follow
para
to
tener
get this
un chance o un
finance, to
éxito
have at least the
en
chance
mi
or the
solicitud.
opportunity to
Y qué
succeed
tipo de
in
información debo
this process? And what
presentar y
type
sobre
of
todo, ¿por qué
information do
debo
I have
presentar
to
esta
present?
información?
And why do I need to present that information? I will show some slides in just a second, but I would like to mention this a bit further because we also have an entrepreneur group, or we have another group of companies that have a lot of more of experience. They have obtained some funding, or companies that have obtained really big banking finance. And we have different type of questions. For example, in this type of companies that already have obtained finance, the questions are about, for example, in this type of companies, how to convince the investors to put the money with them. What you can do if you want to talk to an investor, then you have to know the size of the market, because that is, you are trying to get a part of that market that you are trying to obtain. So which is the plan that you have to get that part of the market? What is the plan for the growth in that market? How is it aligned, this growth plan, with the funding? Are both aligned? In that case, you also have a due diligence that is really very important, and it's also very complex. It can be very difficult because if you already have funding beforehand, now you have to think how to structure, how to build, and how to structure this additional finance that you need for your company, how to manage what you already have and what you are going to add. And this can be something that is really difficult, but I assure you that it's not difficult. You have to understand the differences of what the investors ask for. That is what is really key. And I mentioned this because we have differences among companies, and depending on the difference of the company, which is the stage, which is the step of development, of growth that these companies have. That is why we will have two groups in technical assistance, for the companies that already have experience in financing, and those companies that have very few experience or don't have any experience in finance. The goal is the same for every type of company. The goal is to help you for these conversations, for these meetings, these real conversations for funding. First, you need to know how much money do I need, where can I find it, and how can I convince the financiers. For those companies that don't have much experience, this will be the ones mentioned are the common questions. I don't know where to start. I don't understand the language of the financiers, or maybe I'm afraid that I will be rejected, or maybe I already tried, but it didn't work. So we will help you step by step. I will show you this slide. We will start. These are the steps that we will follow. First, we will start with a diagnosis of your current situation, your real situation at that time. Maybe it looks complicated or difficult, but it is not like that. Simply, you need to answer where you are right now. Which is your ambition? What do you want to do? We will talk about yield. We will talk about cash flow, because these terms are really important for financer. We will create or finance or maybe rebuild a strategic plan that is focused in goals with the logical structure of revenue. And then you will have to see your business case your trade case, that will convince your investors that your company, to show that your company has potential. So we will see what the investors or the financiers look for, which are the documents they are looking for, what is that you have to take for them to see that you're prepared. I know that Jimena and Mariana will be talking much more about this. We will prepare everything that you need for these conversations. We will also look at the health and the resilience of your company. And at the end, we will have an open session. At the end of the technical assistance course, we will have a Q&A opportunity for some other questions that you can have and things that are pending maybe. This will be the process of technical assistance for the companies that don't have a lot of experience. But for those companies that already have experience, they may have other doubts, other questions. I need a higher financing, but I don't know how to structure it. I don't know how to justify the need for that money. Maybe I had to be prepared for the due diligence, but I don't know what to wait for or what is they are hoping for me. What should I answer to the financiers? We will show you good practices. We will show you which are the key documents when we talk about due diligence. And of course, the main part is trying to avoid mistakes or errors. I will go through this very quickly. We have two groups, two teams. That is the SMEs and the SMEs that want the ones that have finance experience and the ones that don't have. So maybe if you're asking thousands of dollars, how much are you going to ask for? This is something that we're going to talk about, which is the amount that you're going to ask for. And for those companies that have more experience and they want to ask for more than $10,000, this would be the topics that we will develop. What will you take from the program? Clarity, trust, tools, and support. Clarity is to understand what they are looking for and how to prepare yourself for those conversations. And maybe you will have these conversations in November, but if you don't want to have them in November, then maybe you will have them next year. But to be prepared, to have that knowledge for your better future. And you will also have the support of other companies. We will work with other peers, with other colleagues, and we will work as a team. And in September, you will be ready for those conversations with the financiers. And for the more advanced group of the companies that already have experience, I will also hope to have a live session with financiers, with funders, for them to ask, to have a Q&A session, and you can have the chance to ask them things. So this will be the path, this will be the way to accompany, to support you through this, and we will help you to go forward. We will see each other in September. Thank you very much, Rocio. Thank you very much, Tonia. We will give the floor to Jimena and Mariana so that they can get deeper into this section that we were talking about regarding pitch that has to do of the technical assistant.
Good morning, everybody. We are very enthusiastic. All this huge team is very willing that your companies and you as entrepreneurs grow and have a very good business. And as Rocio, Julie, Tove, as everybody talked about, some of the challenges are related to financing. Tonia is going to work with you a lot on the content of what to show the financiers and how to reach these conversations with potent content so that the financiers can know your companies and tell you how to grow. And Jimena and myself are going to teach you how to make that moment with a financier work. It is a very complex challenge. You can cut in a very short time all that the company wants to do. So the potential of the business, the potential of the entrepreneur and her team, that the financer doesn't finance only a business, but also the people who can carry this out. This conversation happens a lot of things. It is difficult to talk properly about oneself. I don't want to generalize, but for women, it is very difficult because we are too demanding with ourselves. We want to reach 100 points, 110 points, being ready to be there. What we are going to do is to help you with tools, with resources, with our experience on how to create the narrative of your organization. What we want to do in this moment in a clear way, in a brief way, so as to tell it in between 5 and 10 minutes and to open a door to further conversations about the company. This implies not only some tools related to the technical part of how to build the content, but also how to put it on scene with the body, because some things are carried on online, others in person. In both scenarios, you have the body, you have the voice, you have the looks, your eyes, your gestures to carry, to transmit emotion. Perception is not only built with content, but also with emotional perceptions that happen in that situation. So how to get there, being sure of yourself, trusting yourself with all that you have inside, with your head and with your heart. Together with me, Rocio introduced me. I am Mariana Jasper. I have been working for over 20 years helping entrepreneurs to tell their stories. I work with Jimena Hitterman. She's going to introduce herself, and we are going to tell you what the flow will be like when we work together. We have over 800 people here. I hope to see each and every one of you. Jimena, you have the floor. Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been working for many years with BID and Connect Americas in these investment rounds. What we did was to develop a process that we believe you are going to love. Between the contents that you developed with Tonya and the narratives and the pitch, you are going to be really ready for these meetings with investors. I'm going to share the roadmap so that you know what we propose to you. We want to have group meetings, but also we want to provide instances of individual practice. In the workshop, we are going to concentrate in general criteria so that you can build up your own company narrative and structuring the pitch in groups. And after the workshop, you can upload this first version of the pitch in the platform, and we can give you feedback to each and every one of you on whatever you have produced in the second workshop. This is going to go deeper into these pitching techniques and to take these criteria for the setup. So you have to say it, to transmit it, not only with your words, but with the whole of your body. And after that, because we insist a lot on this idea of practicing, 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 what we want to invite you to is to upload a video to the platform so that we can see not only the content, but also the way you deliver, the gestures, the way you talk, all the other things that you can communicate with your body language. We believe this is going to leave you ready and to so that you find a way even to go on practicing until we meet again in November. We hope to see you there. What we hope is that you take away your structured pitch, a first practice with a feedback that we can give you, and after that, perfectioning this second pitch and some practice where we can give you feedback and a way to have continuous improvement because of the different situations, new decision making. So you will find new ways. We want to make this very dynamic. After this journey, we believe that you are going to arrive to the matchmaking stage, being sure of yourself with the contents that are clear, and you will have some free RAM memory so that you can connect better with the people you are talking to. Because although content is what is your business like, this instance of conversation is an instance of connection where you have to be able to connect with the other one so that you can fulfill what the other person is expecting from you, so that this conversation is productive and successful for all the objectives of all the participants. This is our project. We are anxious to carry this out and start working with you.
Muchas gracias, Jimena,
Thank you,
Mariana,
Jimena, Mariana, Antonia.
estamos muy contentos
We are
con
very
este programa, con
happy
este
with
lanzamiento.
this program and
Realmente
with
las
this
invitamos a
uh,
todas a que estén atentas en nuestras
launching.
redes
We invite
sociales. Dejamos
everybody to
las
be
cajitas en la cajita
to
del
look in
chat,
our social
las redes
media.
sociales, el link
We
para que
are
se
there.
puedan
You have the link
registrar y
there
para accesar
so
el
that
MOOC.
you
Realmente es
can
una propuesta
subscribe and
integral,
enroll,
comprensiva,
so that
realmente
you
de
can have
financiación
a very
financiera para que quienes
comprehensive
justamente con las
reply
charlas
of
a todos ustedes
financing
con las
preparation, so that
oportunidades
all of you
de
are connected
financiamiento que
with the
requieran para sus
opportunities
empresas.
of financing
Sin más
you require for
dilaciones,
your
vamos
companies.
a avanzar en esta
Without further
presentación
ado,
y
we'll
tenemos el
go on in
gusto de
this
presentar a
presentation,
una de nuestras
and we want
campeonas
to
del
present
programa de
one of the
Desarrollo de Corredoras
champions of
2024,
the
Leslie
Challenge
Olave Rojas.
2020, Leslie
Leslie
Olave
es una
Rojas.
consultora estratégica y
Leslie is a
fundadora de
strategic
Mindset Global
consultant and
Partners. Es una
founder of
firma
Mindset
especializada
Global
en estrategia
Partners,
de
a
negocios
firm
en el
specializing in
cambio con un
business
fuerte
strategy and
enfoque en la
change
transformación
management
sostenible de
with a
América
strong focus
Latina.
on
Su
sustainable
trabajo integra
transformation in
principios
Latin
de liderazgo
America. Her
organizacional,
work
innovación e
integrates tools of
inteligencia gerencial
organizational
para generar un
psychology,
sostenible
innovation, and
impacto
artificial
económico, social y
intelligence
ambiental.
to
Ella es
generate
miembro
an
activo de
impact
Mujeres
economic, social, and
Protagonistas. Como
environmental.
comentaba, es
She's
una de nuestras
active in
campeonas
Mujer
del
America.
GP del
She's one
año
of the
pasado. A
champions
través del
of
cual
our
accedió a una
development
asistencia técnica
program, through
especializada
which she
para
received
fortalecer su
specialized technical
empresa.
assistance to
También ha
strengthen her
participado en
company.
nuestra rueda de
She has
negocios
also
Outsource to LAC
participated in
2024,
Outsource to Luck
es nuestra rueda de negocios y servicios
2024,
globales, donde han
our
podido
global
conectar
service
con
business
diversos clientes
roundtable, where she
internacionales.
could connect with
Bueno, hoy
diverse
Leslie compartirá su
international
experiencia en el
clients. She will
programa,
share
los
her
cambios que ha
experience in the
implementado en su
program,
empresa tras
the
su
changes she
participación, el
implemented in
impacto
her
que tuvo
company after
en el
her
crecimiento y la
participation, and the
profesionalización
impact
de su
it had on
negocio.
the growth and
Sin más, le doy la bienvenida a
professionalization
Leslie
of her
y
business.
cedemos la
You
palabra
are
a nuestra
most
clasificadora
welcome,
de organización.
Leslie. You have the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here today with you, as every one of all the women that is here and behind that are sending hearts and greetings. I was there for a long time, for many years. I'm really very touched because to be here, it's the way, it's the path, it's the way that we can take. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm really happy. I'm honored to be here. I was behind the scenes, behind the camera, learning, training when I first started with this ability. I came first with one company that was Mindset, with one goal, but I wanted to structure myself how to talk to the international market, how to find finance, how to speak with more clarity and to speak much clearer. So this was a very special place to grow, to make a genuine growth. I received first a technical assistance, then we have the focus of our business. Toby, there you are. We learned a lot, Tony. We help to translate what is complex into simpler words, to connect better with our clients, to visualize our abilities with a global look or point of view. And it's not only about tools, but also it has to do with a deep human experience to share with other leaders, with other women, to grow together, to inspire ourselves. And something that doesn't always happen. The challenge was an inflection point to preserve our value proposal, what we were bringing to receive this mentoring from Anthony. And this is really important for us to feel ourselves a community, to feel as part of a regional community, that we are always uh, pushing with a lot of strength. And we are not alone. We have a network that is supporting, that is assisting ourselves. That challenge helped us to help mindset to see our business with a different point of view, with a different look, to improve our alliances, to project ourselves to the future. When we talk about alliances, there maybe are two alliances here regarding security. One of the companies that we met with ConnectAmericas that had to do with Paraguay, and we met to develop some other tools regarding artificial intelligence. I know that they are connected here. And this was one of the main achievements that was radical for us. We also received a perspective, roadmap, trust, in order to have confidence, and always without losing our essence. And I would like to say to other entrepreneurs that are here, to other women that are thinking about their trademark, about their program, girls, women, please allow yourself to do that. Go for it. You don't need to have everything ready. These spaces give you the tools and give you the opportunities and the help. They make connections with other brilliant women, and they allow us to grow. And we have more mindfulness, we have more connection, and a lot of certainty, the certainty of not being alone. And this doesn't only have to do with vendors, with providers. It has to do with the development of Latin America. And I cannot be more than grateful to Connect Americas for everything that you have done for me and what you keep on doing for every one of us, for every woman. Thank you, Leslie. You have a lot of cards that are being sent. You have rain of hearts. And this is really important for us to hear your testimony. We are really proud to see you, how you grow with your business, how you integrate, how you relate within each other. We are really proud to see a group of consultants working, of our assistants, and in order to make you in a global business, to be able to trade internationally. Before coming to an end, we have questions from the audience after the closing words from Julie. They asked us if the course includes asynchronic and synchronic content. As I mentioned before, and as Julie mentioned, we have the first step has to do with training, learning with the mood of inclusive finance. You just have to enroll yourself for that first part. You have the link in the chat, so you can enroll, you can register yourself and start to do it, because it is asynchronic. It's an asynchronic training. You can do it in every time that you have available. And they also ask, how long does it take for you to do it? MOOC, this course regarding inclusive finance, you can maybe do it in one weekend. If you dedicate yourself to this course, you won't have any inconvenience to do it in one weekend. Related to the technical assistance, as Julie mentioned at the beginning, we will have we will open then on the 21st of August, the opportunity to enroll for that. And the technical assistance will be done for 7 weeks. from September to November this year. And talking about this challenge, if these courses have a cost, no, they are free of charge. They are free. You can connect in ConnectAmericas.com. If you have not connected, please register there in ConnectAmericas.com in order to access all of these resources that are for free and all the tools that we have available for the entrepreneurs from this region. And also there are other questions, other specific questions they ask us. They ask, for example, Tonia, which opportunities, which financing opportunities can you obtain? Which is the highest amount that you can ask for these entrepreneurs? And how is the maximum amount that they can ask if you want to enroll for technical assistance? When we were mentioning the two groups that we are going to talk about, because we talked about the less experience and the ones that have more experience regarding financing, which will be the highest amount that you can obtain with this technical assistant. Tonia, I don't know if you can, or if you want to answer this.
The sky is the limit.
In English, you can say, the sky is the limit.
Quiere decir que
In English, you say the sky is the limit. It depends on the company. It depends on your financial structure. It depends on your sales, your financing metrics, your revenues. There is not a fixed amount. And I cannot say this is the maximum that you can get, but this will depend on your company. But for the companies that haven't had access to finances before, normally it is quite complex to acquire very big, over $500,000 or $100,000 because you don't have a track record. But a fintech or a tech company can be more easily to access if you have a growth plan and something in the market, an offer in the market that is very interesting for investors. So the short answer is it depends on the company. Thank you, Sonia. I'm going to ask two questions from the audience in relation to what countries you can do the MOOC or the technical assistance. This is a regional program open for all the countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. All the contents are given in the three languages, Spanish, Portuguese, and English. Sessions, as much when we reach the technical assistance, all the workshops are going to have simultaneous interpretation. So this is a program that is thought to reach all the companies and all the entrepreneurs in Latin America and the Caribbean in the three languages. In relation to the workshops that you are asking, whether they are synchronic or asynchronic, the way that we have set them up, as Tonia explained, we invite you to connect in person to these sessions when we have the timeline that has already been presented by Tonia. Remember, it's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays between September and October. We really invite you to connect in person because there's going to be a lot of dynamic participation. It is much richer if you connect synchronically in your workshops. But if someday you cannot connect, well, you can have them available in our Academy of Connect Americas. You can revisit them and of course do the exercises that are going to be given from one week to the other. So no problem. But we think it is much more valuable when you connect in person. And without further ado, I'm going to share briefly the presentation for those of you who still have not joined our social media. I will leave you the QR codes so that you can scan them scan the QRs of the courses and enroll and start doing them. And I give the floor to Julie Jimenez Orjuela. I believe that finally was to say thank you for sharing this moment with all of us. Maybe two messages or three. What is the cost of the courses? We have emphasized that it is free, but this has a value, and the value is the value that each of you wants to give to this tool. There is, if you don't commit to the program, you won't be able to really capitalize and grow with these tools. So you are going to give the value. What is going to be the value? The commitment that you have to join the sessions, to do the tracking, to participate actively in the sessions, to share your experiences. And the second message is we somehow want to see the impact that our work has. So each time that you have a success story that has been generated or has related to Connect Americas, share it with us, because this is the most valuable, to have this direct channel of communication with all of you, to exchange with you. It is obvious, but we didn't say this. The program has been developed for women entrepreneurs. There are many spaces for men. This is a space that is exclusive for women. It looks obvious, but I just want to say it so that we are all on the same page. So several people from one company can take the challenge, of course, but clearly the technical assistance is oriented to the value proposal of each business. So to say thank you from my heart, I am deeply moved. Thank you, Leslie, for your testimony, so inspiring, and for all the facilitators. We are really honored to have your experience during this journey together. Let's hope we meet very soon. Thank you, all of you. We will say goodbye now. We are in contact. If you have any questions, any inquiries, you can reach us from mail. And we hope you are there in August for the technical assistance and to start the second stage of this challenge. We invite you to go on with the MOOC, and we see you again in September. Thank you, every one of you.